Okay folks, so today we're going to do a 6-month review on these Amperetime batteries. Just going to take them apart individually, check the battery voltage, sorry about the sun there. Check the battery voltages on the batteries individually since they've been in parallel this whole time, and haven't been using them for a few weeks now, so they've just been sitting. Show you what they look like. How they've been discharging just sitting there. So let's get started. Got some boxes and stuff to get out of the way, so without further ado, here we go. Okay, there we have it. I got the 4 Amperetime batteries sitting in here, sitting in the parallel configuration. I've been this way for approximately 6 months now, and going to take them apart in preparation to hook up these new hybrid inverters I have. I got 2 of these. Going to replace them, replace this guy for those. Here is my low temp charge protection to save our batteries since it's getting below freezing temperatures here. But anyway, so I'm going to get in here and take these batteries apart and measure them individually, see what the voltages have been like. Right now it's just been sitting, not charging, or sitting at about 13.4 volts there it's showing. They were up to the 14.6 float charge and kind of strange they've dropped down to 13.4 just sitting here doing nothing. I can't really see that guy down there so well. I'll get a shot of it after I get these boxes out of here, but let's get this cleaned up. Okay, let's get this junk out of the road here. Not really junk, but here are the hybrid inverters I was talking about. Got 2 of these guys, 2 2500 watts, so they will be going in next. Disconnect my power source for the low temp protection. Okay, that gives us some more room to work here. Okay, as I mentioned here, we're sitting at 13.4 volts and have been for several days, at least a week. So next, I'm gonna disconnect these batteries and measure them individually. Curious to see what we have there. Okay, here we go. So let's measure these with the voltmeter before we take any apart. See what we got. This is everything connected together. Expect to be around 13.4 volts like the other meters are reading. Yep, 13.4 volts. So let's take these guys apart one by one, see what we get. I think I'm going to start with a positive just because, well, it's closest. Makes sense, right? You got to be a little careful I don't short these out. That would not be wise of me. short them out as in it's positive to the negative. Alright, so there our inverter is disconnected and out of the picture. Loosen this guy. Actually really curious to see what voltages we have on these. I think I'm going to be not surprised, but oops, I want that nut. Probably not super surprised, but definitely curious. Okay. Let's just go ahead and read this first one. So this one is completely disconnected from the others, and we are reading 13.4 volts. I can get these lights to stay on here long enough. I'll hold that up. 13.4 volts. Yeah. Let's get the rest of these disconnected before I short something out and messing around. Oh, I forgot to mention also my charge controller has been disconnected, so these have not been charging, this has not been doing anything for the last week or so, just sitting here. And I might say, if you haven't seen my video on the low temp protection circuit that I made there, that really worked well, because I came out here a few times, checked on that, and it was several days below freezing, and opened that up and checked the temperature, and it was, you know, below zero in here, right at freezing. And I had the temp controller set to engage the relay, which disconnects my solar panels, which would mean no charging, at about 36 degrees, and it worked perfectly. So honestly, I don't think these ever got down low enough to freeze in here, but it was, you know, this compartment stayed pretty warm, you know, as far as freezing temps go, but it was good peace of mind. So we'll take it as a win. As much as these batteries cost, you know, can't really afford to just let them get fried or, you know, lose longevity. So it was a cheap fix. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, I encourage you to look at my other videos and take a look at building one of those if you're in freezing climate, and you know, save you some money on some of these batteries compared to, you know, the Battleborns that are 900 to 1,000 that may have low temp protection. Okay, getting close here. We're gonna go ahead and charge each one of these batteries back up individually, because if they're at 13.4, I mean, yeah, it's 1/10 of a volt or whatever from 13 13.8 is what they really should rest at, or could rest at. And so I do plan to top them off before hooking up the new hybrid inverters. That way they'll all be balanced, and I'll be going from 12 volt configuration to 12 volt parallel to 24 volt. So two of these will still be, we'll have two batteries in parallel, so I'll have 24 and 24. So it'll be parallel series configuration. Let's put these here. Okay, there. Okay, we are completely disconnected. All 4 batteries. We measured this one here. So next I will measure this one. I honestly hope they all are 13.4 volts, but oh wow, that's interesting. This one is showing 0. Let's check one of these others. Okay, my meter lead came unplugged. Okay, well, 13.4 and also 13.4. Yeah, I can't see that. Should have grabbed some alligator clips. .4. Okay, so far so good. And also 13.4. Oh, so my theory has been wrong. I kind of expected one of these to be lower than the others. Last one. Okay, awesome. 13.4. So these, I had heard that sometimes these do, when they're in parallel, you should take them apart and charge them individually. I don't know if that's, you know, gospel truth or not, but 13.4, 13.39. So I'd heard that these should be disconnected and charged individually every once in a while, or, you know, put a system in place where you can kind of balance each battery, even though I know they have internal BMSs and should top balance each other, but I had heard that needed to be done, but I'm glad to see that's not the case. So next step will be to get this other stuff removed, this charge controller and other things out of here, and get the new charge controller put in place, and I got more solar panels. Old 4,000 watt inverter is going to go away, and we'll go with the 2 hybrids and connect them together, and yeah, go from there. So I'm excited about hooking up the new inverters to these batteries and seeing how they perform, and these have been really good batteries. I've not been disappointed. I had my RV plug hooked up here to my inverter. This G&L, however you say that, 4,000 watt inverter, up to 30 amp output, 4,000 watts with 8,000 surge. It's done well. I haven't, you know, been running solely on this, just only on occasions, powering refrigerator and things like that. And it's done well, done a great job. So, but I'll hang on to the stuff for other projects, as there'll be more, definitely more projects down the road. So, okay, well, I guess that's it for now. Next video will be hooking up these hybrid inverters. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to that. So we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.